I thought I was live, guys. I don't know what happened. I messed up going live. That's 17 minutes. I've been saying hi to everybody in chat. Hold on. It's a lot to take in. So yeah, very disappointing. I've been talking up a storm. So yeah, I thought I hit the go live button so that I could do this, and it didn't work. So let's just do it again. Stupid. Sure, we'll do it live. Bum. Here we are, like we did 15 minutes ago. We're not bitter. We are grateful for the opportunity to share and be in the community. The chat was taking care of itself. Life is great. I've shared a whole bunch of information, but we can all do it again, and I can do it faster. And people are already here in the chat. So, you know what I mean? Life is good. Here we are. Love and life. So, Wednesday, a fish room in South Austin. We're back. This is why you always do an audio visual check. Well, thank you, Brandon, who I said hi to earlier, and nobody knows that I did. Um, yeah, welcome in Empire of Dirt, Bare Bottom Branton, Lumi, Messiah, Sunny G, so many people. Um, uh, Beto Great Lakes, it's always something. Now I'm having trouble getting to the bottom of the chat. That's so lame. There we go. Yeah, M&C Aquatics was here as well, and Cheryl Smith, CRP Fish. I was thinking Trimac when you said Max, and you meant Macrostomus. So you were talking about a fish, and I embarrassed myself by saying, "Oh yeah, my friend Susie Q really loves her Mac." And then I was like, "Wait a minute, that's my bad. She loves her Trimaculatus, not her Macrostomus." Um, so yeah, so good to hear and see everybody. Yeah, mic drop wore me out. That might be what it is. CC, welcome in. Always good to see you, my dear. So yeah, uh, I've been collecting my winnings from my very lucky week a couple weeks back, and thank you, Flatbed Mike, for my mic drop mug. We're drinking coffee out of it. We're loving life. And dropped off at the same time. Thank you, Jeff Kane. Thank you, Inside Out Aquatics. Mr. Kyle, I love your work. Um, I don't want to open everything in here. I really like the idea of having closed packs that aren't open. However, I understand that there is that there are cards that potentially have a golden ticket in them. So I assume those are the card packs, not the sticker packs in here. And I figure we can open those. We'll do that in a little bit. Fish room punks. So I did do a thing earlier. I have my crebensis in here, who I got from the Feral Fam a long time ago, and they lived in my failed dirty tank, possibly because I chose to put fish that dig in there, and possibly because I didn't do the layering right or thick enough the top coat. Anyways, it was a great mistake, and I kept it running for forever. And the crebensis, I have more crebensis than I started with. You can see one sticking his nose out there on the left side of your screen. And I threw some pellets in there while I thought I was live so that we could see that. And that didn't happen. But, you know, hey, man. Okay. Fooling around and finding out. So kind of a boring tank to pick. However, I did plant these plants, and I've got the, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the stem plant, but it had grown, and on the top of it, it started branching off and throwing roots. So I laid that horizontally across the sand, a couple of them. So that should grow tall. There on the left side of the screen, behind that first hut there. In between the two huts in the back on the left is my spiralis valve. And next to the filter there on the left is a tiger valve. And then this Anubias, that is the longer leaf one. It's the longer, slender leaf. I had some of that, and it was a big ball, and I did a bunch of trimming on it. And I tied two of them to rocks, and I put them in there so that they could be the foreground plant. But look at my bounty. So we can tie some of those to rocks here at the end, especially if these crebensis aren't going to come out and do anything. Kind of a boring tank that we're watching tonight, but I did scape it, and this tank has been up for over a month. And I think like last week or the week before, I put the coconut huts down. And like I said, I just planted it earlier this evening. So we have something to look at. It's not just bare sand. So we got that going for us. Yeah, I just get more of them to not open. Yeah, I would like to be a fish room punk card. You know what I mean? Like not everybody wants to be a fish room punk card. You know what I mean? But I feel like anybody who doesn't want to be a fish room punk card should be a fish room punk card anyway. They don't have any control over what the artist creates. You know what I mean? He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? And because those people that are collecting the cards are going to want them all. So, of course, you would want somebody that you know from the community. So, anybody who doesn't want to be a fish room punk card, get over it. The people want what the people want. Okay, yeah, all right, Branton. Since you're sleepy, let's go ahead and do it. I've adjusted this phone with foam over the end of it because I can't seem to keep it from making noise. And let me know if we get any feedback. But we should be all good. And does this work for everybody? I do it like that. So yeah, this is the towel. Now that I hold it in my hands, it is such a great towel, complete with the hanger. It's got the grommet in it. And you look at this stitching. How do I do that? It's really weird. It's counterintuitive. It's off. Bring this back in. Okay. Yeah, the stitching is absolutely amazing. I really love the way it looks. It's really cool. So you see right there, you can see that there's orange and then there's some red lines in there as well. And some of the gray on that pectoral fin there. So yeah, no, it's really good work. And now that I'm holding it in my hands, I'm like, I definitely want some. So I'll be in contact, Mr. Uh, Sleeper Barbecue. Good size towel, nice fish room towel, and uh, I like memorabilia that is also useful. I'm always drinking coffee. This works. You know what I mean? Like I love the coffee mugs, things like that. And there's not enough fish room towels, and I believe it's because it's hard to walk up to somebody that you don't know, that's a business, and order towels, and for them not to be like, yeah, I'm making you 200 or I'm not making any. You know what I mean? Like that minimum purchase order. So I think it's pretty cool that Sleeper, being part of the community and stuff like that, can help us do that. And you know, if you're a smaller channel, you know, and money is an object, you know what I mean? Like, is kind of like, you don't have like, can't drop like $500 on towels. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want to do. I want to drop $500 on a mop sink. Although with today's prices, it's probably not $500. But yeah, so I have a magnet here that is pumped up Polly's Predators. So that was magnet on the inside. And let's turn it around like that. And it looks like 10 packs. So 10 5-packs of the collectible stickers. So I've got quite a few stickers here. And then, oh, I have in a sleeve, I have a signed Jeff Kane card. It says, congrats NLA. EO, EODA 1K giveaway. Jeff Kane 2025. So it's a nice collector's item to have as well. And then these are the packs with the golden ticket in them. I'm just saying, like, we don't know that it's not in there until we open them and find out, right? So I'm going to say that it's in here. See what we can manifest. So let's get this out of the way. And I have invested in some cards on my own. So I am sitting with 10 mystery 5-packs that I think I'm not going to open for a while. Might wait, you know what I mean, and like have some near the beginning, because I don't think the ones that I bought these recently. When was this delivered? It was delivered on the 14th of July. So I bought these like on the 10th of July, right? So here in 2025. So I don't think it was like the first run or anything like that. But it is still early on. It's still like within the first year that these cards were being done. So I feel like they might be fun to open or fun to give away for somebody else to open. You know what I mean? Like in a couple years' time or something like that. So you could tell Jorge and Stan to kick rock. So Jorge and Stan are both sitting on theirs and they're not going to open them. All right. Well, let me turn this way. Oh, it feels good to open. I like that. Ooh, yeah. Smell the print room. Overtly overstocked Oscar. Congratulations, June. Vintage Victoria. Put the packs out of the way. Betsy Betables. Branton. Oh, wow. I have the Branton Light Cap art card. As you here, let me get the so that you can see. Look, you can see all the squiggles. I have a art card that's an actual drawing. Branton, buddy. Wow. You're probably gonna want this, huh? Yeah, you and I need to talk, buddy. I bet I could get something pretty sweet for that, huh, Branton? Look at that guy. I'm really excited about that, man. There you go, Branton. Something you didn't even know you wanted. That got the signature. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good pull right there. I like the vintage Victoria. She's quite cool. That's a lot of Branton in one pack. But you want to know what? I'm lucky like that. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way the ball bounces. Put her up top. As cool as that is, it means that you don't have a golden ticket. You don't know. You don't know, bro. You'd like to think you know, bro. It smells like a golden ticket. Let's see what we got. Pumped up Polly's Predators. Armchair biologist Ben. Addison Axolotl. Definitely one of Foxy's favorite cards. Because axolotls, right? Oh, Wildcat Willow. And Vintage Victoria. High school football, the best place for whiskey. Well, I mean, if you're old enough and they're not checking cups, you know what I mean? It's just like, isn't football for like, I know not here in Texas, but isn't football like most of the time like cold weather stuff for all you guys? A little bit of whiskey in the cup never hurt anybody. Well, no golden ticket so far, but let's keep going. It's in here. It's got to be in here. Why wouldn't it be in here? All right. Pumped up Polly's Predators. Boom, Jeff Kane. Vintage Victoria. Overtly overstocked Oscars. And Dr. Outside. I don't think I have that one yet. So I got Jeff Kane and Dr. Outside out of that one. All right. Let's see, Brandon. How many Branton cards do you think are in this one, Brandon? Probably on either side of the golden ticket, right? Let's see here. Ooh, Rachel Carson, another one of our classics. What is that? Is that an industrial pipe? Cool. What the fish? I like that a lot. Mossy Mike's Microcosms. Oh, congratulations, Shun. You completed your set. That's great. Monster Fish Marty. I like the eyes on that one. I like the goggles. Kim Collector Chris. Yeah, Brandon, you keep saying that, but I haven't opened all the decks yet. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see, buddy. We'll see. That's what you think. I still feel I still feel like a winner. All right. Peter Artetti. Channel Clout Charlie. Oh, I love my Florida dudes. Brenton Whitecap. Betsy Bowles. Miss you, Pam. And a vintage Victoria. I like the disembodied hands. I also like all the bottles and stuff and books in the background. Very cool. All right. Yeah, Branton, like no problem, brother. All you got to do is get me the golden ticket, brother. I would trade the Branton light cap for a golden ticket. Straight up, 1-to-1. So work it out, brothers. Like break into Mexicali's house. I don't care whether it's gotten by legitimate means. All right, last one. We got Jeff Kane. Pumped up Polly. Naturally nurtured Nathan. Tag along Tiffany. And Slimy Soothy Slizzers. Well, guys, no golden ticket. But that's all right. There's other ways to become a card. Perhaps I'll make myself useful to Kyle in some way. Perhaps I can gain his attention, maybe his trust and friendship. That was creepy. Yeah, next plug-in, Jorge has a black eye. He's missing. That's fun, though. I love it. And I love the Brandon Lightcap art card. You know what I mean? Like, I might just end up falling in love with it. I might not want to trade. But I know Brandon would be interested in it. Sounded like June was interested in it, too. But we'll have to see, like, what constitutes a full set. Like, how far off am I? I'm excited about the stickers. I know that they're a little bit smaller than the cards, but I mean, stickers. I never really collected baseball cards or anything like that. I think I had some. I think I still have some Magic cards laying around. Wizards of the Coast, like first edition stuff. But I mean, like nothing important. Anything of value, I traded away. So we'll nestle my cards in there like that. My Jeff Kane card on top. Lean these over. And who knows? We might bring those out and play with them another day. Good times. I enjoyed opening them. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but doing it on a live makes sense considering that's mostly what I do. I didn't do an unboxing. I was too excited and didn't want to stop and film. So I opened up all my stuff. Thank you, Jeff, for the towel as well. What a great time. Yeah, those guys are not going for it. Try a little flake. So it sounds like we're doing pretty good, and we don't have any problem with the audio. So we can continue doing this. Misa's been working overtime, but intends to open them possibly at the Clash. Ooh, that's right, I did. Yeah, it was fun watching you open the cards. Like I was like, oh, man, opening them is actually really cool. Like I didn't know what to do with them. I was like, I don't know. Like I want to save them, but I also want to know what's inside. So I guess that's like part of like why it's such a fun hobby, right? With all the cards and whatnot. Um, whoa. Let's have a mint. All right, ladies and gents. What's this? What's this? So, what do we want to talk about, guys? There's so much to talk about. Yeah, I went and met a potential client last week, but unfortunately, it is the same commute, but in a different direction. So that doesn't really work for me. That's an even trade and a lower acuity patient, so therefore I would not get paid as much as I currently get paid. So a swing and a miss. There's two other people on the list for me to meet, so maybe next week I'll get to meet somebody else, and maybe I might be moving jobs and working during the daytime. But it looks like that's not. I haven't been able to make that decision this week, and that's okay. You know, like I knew that it would take some time, and if you want something worthwhile and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You got to go out there and find it. Sometimes it takes a minute. So I'm trying to be patient with the process. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And all right. So I'm threading the leaves, trying not to make. Let's do it one more time. Looks like I need to go on this side of that one. Go around. The tricky part is getting the knot right. I have done this a couple times now and made it too loose around so that then it would just be a pain. But my third rock in, and I've only had to uh, restart once. So thus far, it's been 33% failure rate. But you know, you just cut a new string and start over again. That's all you can do. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a little bit loose, but not bad. See if I can make it tighten up a little bit. Nope. It is what it is, folks. We'll call that sorted. No, it's not easy switching nights to days, but I'm doing it every week right now so that I can be available to meet people and stuff like that. And it's been horrible. I've been like last night, I didn't sleep at all. And then I finally fell asleep probably just before noon. Well, between 10 and noon. And then I woke up at like 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I don't feel bad because I got like sleep overnight like twice and did a sleep, wake up, use the restroom, eat something, go back to bed again. You know what I mean? So like I got like 10 hours plus like a couple times. So, you know, then you've got too much sleep. So you're running the opposite problem. But you know, it's messy, I'll tell you that. But I'm excited to be up at the same time as my wife and stuff like that, not be up in the middle of the night disturbing my neighbors with my noise from my devices because my neighborhood is like so quiet that I'm sure that anything is loud, and it is super quiet in my neighborhood. So why shouldn't I get to enjoy that? I like this rock because it's got this nice little notch in the top of it, and it's really heavy. I'm thinking about just laying this one in there like that. But this whole thing was just a ball like of leaves because it had been floating for months. So I just cut it into a bunch of different pieces and trimmed all of the dangly things on it, stuff like that. And I'm just excited to see where it goes. Um, so yeah, I'm ready to drop these into tanks. And well, the notch doesn't lay face up, so I kind of don't like that right now. I don't know. I don't like any of these. Boo. This one's nice and long. Maybe we'll do this one. How does it lay? All right. All right. Let me get a thread. Let me get a thread. What are you guys talking about? I'm with you. You've been working the afternoon shift for like 18 years and you're ready to go back to days. Yeah. So what is the afternoon shift for you, Beto? I assume we'd hear about it if somebody got one. I'd post if I had got one, I would have gotten right off this live stream and like clipped me getting it on the live stream and I would put it out as a short, be like, the golden ticket has been found. So awesome. I'm excited for whoever gets it. You know what I mean? Like, that's great. I mean, I figure like not everyone will be a card, but I feel like if this is working for Kyle, that we would almost all of, like the majority of us would be on a card eventually. You know what I mean? Of course, like he can do like more of the generic cards that are just like personality traits of like fish keepers and stuff like that as well. But I mean, personally, I would like to see everybody on a card. Personally, I think that would be cool. But also, you know what I mean. Like, there's only so much time, which is why the golden ticket is so valuable. You know what I mean? Like, Kyle only has so much time, so there is no way that he would be able to do a card for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this one's more difficult than I thought it was going to be. All right, we got it. One more time without damaging the plant. Oh, shoot. What am I looking at? I need to be ahead of this one. All right. Oh, goodness. All right, I got it. Now to tie the knot. The snozberries taste like snozberries. Yeah. Craig says that he's got the golden ticket. Get him. Lumi, that's perfect. You got a big day tomorrow. Get some sleep. Oh, you're looking for a willow. I don't know whether I got more than one of those or not. I know I got one. I guess the thing to do is to try to get a complete set, right? Oh, that's a good tight one. I feel good about that one. So yeah, if I don't forget about them, it's a real good view from this side of the rhizome, looking like a caterpillar. This is my favorite one. It was all stuck in the middle of some other crosses and stuff like that. So I just clipped it. It's like the littlest thing. Like look at it next to my thumb. I'm like, here's a little rhizome on it. It's a little bitty guy. So yeah, I really like that one. Feel like I've got a little bitty rock for this one. Feel like this might just be a one and done. Just loop it right over here on the end. Just let her rip. All right, this is going to be the diciest one that I make, probably. So let's see how we do. Yeah, and the reason why I'm using thread, folks, is because I don't have any super glue right now. All of my super glue is dried out. So we obviously needed to repair something in the house. We might be able to loop this twice. That's a good one right there. Oh, man. Can we recover from that? I don't know. Oh. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, well, we twisted it. That may or may not be advantageous. I'm not sure. Do you guys ever wish that you had like more hands? I like this hold right here, so I could tighten up this side with these two fingers, and then I can use my other hand and still hold it tight with the original hand. All right. Let's see if we can get a knot in this guy without loosening. We may have done it, folks. We may have done it. Oh, guys, I'm super proud of myself. I didn't think that that was going to work the first time around. I thought I was like, for sure, we're going to have to do this one over again like 3 times. Watch everybody leave the stream. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Trimmed my nails this week. It was a good week for it. That's my favorite view, I think. Right like that. So we'll see how it goes. There's a little curly Q on the end. I'm going to show you that. There it is. Turn it just a little bit. There you go. There's that little curly Q on the end. Couple new leaves. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I got 2 more to do. Let me turn around and see whether these fish are. God, they suck. Anyway. I've got 2 more. This one looks like it's going to be hard. This is what we're looking at on the underside. As you can see, there's like a second part coming off. But yeah, this thing was just a ball. So it had leaves on the bottom, leaves on the top, and I just separated it out and kept cutting. It's actually kind of fun. Turns out I actually do better when I am hanging out with some other people, video chatting, as it were, and stuff like that, rather than sitting in here by myself. Who knew? I mean, I probably did, right? That one sits like that. We just stick the butt of this in here. See what happens. Or should I put it more on its side? I think I should put it more on its side. All right, before I do that, we should cut another thread, don't you think? Running Water says 2 of my filters quit on me and I haven't been able to get a new one, but water changes keep it all in check. Yeah, my guppy tank has a bunch of plants in it, and the only filtration in there is that clam that bubbles. You know what I mean? It throws up a bubble every once in a while. Like that's it. There's no filter in that thing. There's a 10-gallon. It's got a lot of fish in it, and they seem to be doing fine with just a weekly water change of like. I'm definitely doing 25% on that one. Um, so yeah, in instances where I've ended up without a filter in there for whatever reason, with weekly water changes, I haven't really run into any obvious problems. You know what I mean? Like I have stuff go wrong in here all the time, but it wasn't like an obvious problem. No total party kills or anything like that. Well, that's fun. All right, what was I looking at? I was looking at this like meteorite looking one. Look at the pores on that thing. So like this, and I want it laying so that none of the ends are compromised by the rock itself, giving it unlimited potential in all directions except down. So if this is a plant that wants to kick it root down, it's going to have some problems because it's lava rock. All right. This thing is wild. I think I have a relatively safe opening right here. Oh my goodness, I think I did it. Tight lines, y'all. Tight lines. Let's do one more loop over the end and call it a day. All right. All right. Now just to tie a knot. Oh, it would suck if I drop this rock right now. Don't think about that. Stay focused. No whammies. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I did it. I don't know, guys. I might just go into the Anubius lava rock world. I picked the harder of the two. Like this one's going to be easy. Like look, it's just a very short rhizome and it's straight. So this one's going to be pretty good. Look at that new leaf there. This one should be easier. Jeff Kane, check your email when you get a chance, says Jeff Kane. And I say, you got it, dude. I will, I will. You're after that Branton card, aren't you? Aren't you, bud? Want to be in there? Want to be in the inbox first? Probably got something. Probably got something pretty nice there. Be willing to trade for a full set. Oh man, what a jerk! I know what I got. I know what I got. Um, I will check my email later. Or do you need me to check it now during the stream, Jeff? Is this something I need to know? Is my underwear showing? Just like Mike, I don't want to put it in the chat, but your underwear is showing. Oh no! Oh no! I got this little. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Craft Mike doesn't get the same have the same ring to it. Yeah. No, there's lots that we can learn from Chattanooga Ed. I've already learned so much from him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's quite amazing. I've been watching Asian channel. I want to say it's iCraft is the name of it or something like that. But I watched a couple videos. They're like 50 minutes or like an hour long, and he like walks out like onto a concrete slab and like puts down brick and then dirt and then puts down cement and then builds huge like outdoor aquariums and like puts glass in there and stuff like that. And it's all sped up, but you're watching it like over an hour. And I find that so relaxing. Not enough to go to sleep, but enough to like watch it like all night long. It's pretty wild. Isn't it funny when I can't remember, was it that one? Or was it that one? I had a rock picked out for this, and like now they all look the same to me. Let's do this big honking rock with this little Anubius on it, and it'll look ridiculous for months. And then, out of nowhere, all right, I got it. So this is the short side. This is the long side. I like making the long side go away from me, and then, oh no. I should stop talking about my process. Feel like that messed it up. I jinxed myself. Oh no. I actually want it a little bit more like this. And then one more under these. Under these two. Over those two. And then, dang, still need this one. This is tricky, especially with the leaves all curved and everything. Oh, dude. Stop it. Oh no, I got slack. How did I do that? I tell you. Okay. All right, we had to backtrack on that one, so it's not like perfect. I'm not the master yet. We'll have to wait on that. Oh man, it's getting away from me. All right, that's it. Got a crick in my neck and everything. All right, let's just take a break for a second. Kick and wing. Super glue everything. I have. I find that I wasn't using a really thin fishing line, but it was old fishing line. But it retains its because it's been on a spool, right? It retains that like ring like structure and stuff like that, and it just doesn't lay. Uh, it doesn't lay down very good. So I was having trouble getting knots that were tight enough and stuff like that. But fishing line would work. Um, I did have something that had like an excessive amount of thread on it, and I had a pleco get stuck in it one time. So I actually had to pull the pleco in it out of the tank and like cut a bunch of thread and get the pleco all like settled again. And the pleco did fine. The pleco didn't die or anything like that, but it definitely like got in his top fin and like split his fin all the way down, and it did heal. But like that's one of the things when you're putting thread and stuff in the tank and stuff like that, you got to keep an eye on it. And if you've got a bunch of loose strands on there and stuff like that, go ahead and cut it and get it out of there because the fish can get stuck in it while it's trying to suck the suck the slime off of the old rock there. All right. What was I using? I was using a big rock. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the witching hour. I just looked at the time. I did not realize that this was going to be such a great use of my time. Um, we have, I want to go one more time around this thing, somewhere in the middle here. This, and then what have I done? All right, so if I hold this like this, I hold this one here like this. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty proud of myself. Tight lines, y'all. But yeah, we're coming up on the end of this, and hopefully Cece's going next so I can check on and see what's going on with her tanks. But if not, I'm going to watch a movie, I think. All right. I will say that I've done like 7 of these this evening, and by the end of it, I am feeling a lot more confident, and it like starts going pretty fresh. And I am not the most coordinated individual. Oh, dang. It's a little loose. I don't like that. It's a shame. Let's wrap it and tie it on the top. That's what I get for bragging on myself. But it does feel like it does feel like it gets easier as you go along. So go ahead and cut up that Anubias ball that's been floating in one of your tanks, neglected for a long time. If you if it's covered in blackbeard algae or hair algae or something like that, go ahead and throw it in your shrimp tank. Let those little guys have their say. They'll clean it up for you. I've done that several times, just giving my shrimp like something fun to graze on. They've been taking care of blackbeard algae on top of things before. It's not always perfect, but I was actually given some advice by MNC. If you spray it with hydrogen peroxide first, it damages it, and the shrimp go after it better. I haven't tried that yet, but that's something that I want to try. It sounded interesting. Oh my goodness, I'm having like the worst time in the world. Come on, Mike, get it together, bro. I did it. The knot was too loose, so I just looped it again instead of giving up and made it work. So there we go. Just a wee little guy. A lot of leaf cover on that side, so this is a better side to see the. There we go. So that's what I've got going on, ladies and gentlemen. A whole lot of Anubias love to distribute around the different tanks in my fish room. That's right, running water. Yeah, so that is one of the things that I'm excited about. Is yeah, if I forget about these, I believe this is cotton, but I'm not sure. It's made in Greece. It's out of my wife's grandmother's sewing kit. We have one of those cookie tins, the Danish cookie tins, about like yay big around, and it's full of like needles and all these different color threads and stuff like that. I think we had a sewing machine at one point as well, but we don't have the sewing machine anymore. But um, it's fun to raid. It's fun to stitch up a hole in a jacket that I like or something like that. I don't do a lot of that, but I will sit there and make a really messy stitch of something, like covering up a hole in something that I'm not ready to get rid of yet. You know what I mean? And I like having like having an off color. Like say it was something that was navy blue. I will take and I will stitch it up with an orange thread. You know what I mean? Like I like the stitches there. You know what I mean? Like especially if it's like an older, more comfortable, casual like piece of clothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to look fancy all the time and stuff like that. A lot of my stuff is casual. So you know what I mean? If it's a hole in a pair of cargo shorts, but those shorts I've had them for a long time. You know what I mean? Like I'll go ahead and stitch them up and I'll use an opposing color. I like that sort of thing. Hello, Boots Cats. You got here just in time for me to say good night. Right, exactly, Boots Cats. I was like, I feel like this is a common experience for a lot of us. I know that like not all houses are the same and stuff like that, but there was one at my house. We have one at our house, and it's actually from my wife's grandma and stuff like that. So I was like, and I remember my grandmother having one as well. So yeah, definitely a thing. But I I appreciate you guys, and I want you guys to have a great week. This live stream always means a lot to me. I enjoy doing the mic drop earlier in the evening as well. Um, I like having conversations with so many of you, and I enjoy our time together. And this is how I prefer to be social. I like being in my house. I like, in general, like just hanging out by myself, but I am a social creature. So this interaction and hanging out, and sharing some jokes and talking about our day and stuff like that. This is a great way for me to do that and still like kind of, like be kind of a hermit, man. You know what I mean? Because, I don't know. I walk around in public and I don't enjoy the vibes a lot. You know what I mean? So it's just like, why go? Why go? It's just going to cost me money. You know what I mean? I'd much rather sit in my house, spend my money on thread and lava rocks. The Anubius takes care of itself. It's slow, but you know what I mean? Once it gets going, you know what I mean? You got plenty to do. You guys have a great night and be well. And like I said, I'm going to check and see if Cece's going or not and see who's streaming. I'll check it out. You guys be well. Oh, what did I do? I forgot to end the stream. I just closed the screen. I was like, yep, that's not the way to do it. Good night.